Hello everyone and welcome back. With that match, Warlords of the Deep take the first out of 3 matches against Thingy. Thingy now has to win 2 consecutive matches before, if they want a chance to advance into the winner's bracket finals and secure at least 3rd place.
Yes, I mean, obviously it's going to be a tough road, but we actually did see Hydra drop a series at the end of the last Alliance tournament after getting ahead early on. So it is very possible. They are not an invincible team, as much as it can look like.
Yeah, they were 2-0 up against Pandemic Legion in the 11th Alliance tournament when Pandemic Legion came back and won 3 in a row to take the title. And like you were saying, Pandemic Legion were on the verge of quitting. They actually said, like, we forfeit. We don't want to do this. We're all so tired. It's been so exhausting. This day has been so long, and we just kind of told them, like, no, you can't do that. We want a finals. We can't disappoint all the viewers. So
you've signed up for it. You're gonna finish it.
So they essentially pulled themselves. They pulled themselves together, gave us an amazing match, got the momentum back behind them, and then yes.
But the thing is, like, the team, the Warlords of the Deep, the Hydra Reloaded team that lost to Pandemic Legion in that series finals, lost almost exclusively to the hubris of Garmin. That was Garmin. That Garmin won 2 matches in a row, picked the Pandemic Legion setup to play against Pandemic Legion for pure cockiness, and then started a spiral that he was unable to recover from.
They lost a lot of other matches too, though. It wasn't just because of that, but that definitely contributed to it. And you're right that I think I know where you're getting with that. You don't expect Hart to make that.
Hart SB is as far as I can tell, an EVE Online robot. He is
much like Fossey here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's as much as CCB Fozzie looks like Ivan Drago from Rocky. Hard SP is the true Eastern European machine in terms of, but in this case, it's EVE Online, not boxing.
Yes.
But yeah, that was a really, really good fight. Both teams.
Let's get the stats up before you continue. Now, go on.
That was a great match. Both teams bringing almost identical setups. We saw the Raptor instead of the Merlin. There's not actually a giant difference in how these two play. They're both blaster ships primarily, but the main thing they're bringing, though, is the mid slots for EWAR.
The main difference between the two is that by coming with the Merlin for Warlords of the Deep, they come into the match a point down. Yeah. So if nothing dies, they lose.
Yes, but what are the odds that nothing dies with that setup?
Yeah, true.
I mean, if you're bringing like a super tanky team, maybe that could be an issue. But with this team, you know that either you're going to die, the other team's going to die, and it's going to happen. Like, there's no way to avoid that. It really just did come down to Warlords being able to get the Scimitar killed. Yep. And at that point, the match was swung very heavily towards them.
Yeah, it was like taking the bottom champagne glass from a big stack of champagne glasses. It just crumbled. That Scimitar was what everything was standing on right there, because they couldn't retaliate. They couldn't take out the Warlord's Scimitar.
They came close
as revenge, but
they came close to killing Hard SB's Sleipnir a couple times. Yeah, but he was able to stay alive.
They came close to once.
No, they actually got him low again as well, even under reps after they lost their simi. They got him down to like 5% shield.
I wasn't paying attention at that point.
But no, they did almost kill him twice, but while he was on reload, I assume, for his ASB. But he was able to survive through it both times, and that's why they didn't lose any ships.
Yep. So I'm going to jump to Twitter real quick, look at a couple of the tweets. If you have any questions, comments, predictions, or anything else that you want to share with us, use the NEO2 hashtag on Twitter. That is up on your screen probably shortly, and we might read it out on air if we like it. So I have one here from Mark Southall saying, "It looks like WeHurt may be close to winning me another billion ISK."
Yeah.
Which is pretty much what they did, I'm guessing, because they
how much is riding on these matches right now?
Quite a lot. There's like 27, 22 billion ISK on the next 2 matches.
Yep.
So here, I got one from Bob Mon saying, "The NEO2 just ruined my Corpi's wallet. He won up to 11 billion, then lost everything."
That's truly the way to gamble.
Yes. That's just going all in. Every bet. Just bet your entire wallet.
All in.
So another thing we have here is people really want you to put on the train conductor hat, but I'm not going to let you.
What? I'm fully on the WeHurt train now.
Are you fully?
My brain is on board.
Has
my brain is over there with my heart. It's got the seat right beside it. I've got my luggage up, above.
As we talk about the train, let's go into discussions about the next We Hurt match.
Let's enter smug mode.
It's we have the bands, and they're exactly the same.
Exactly
so there's no Dominic's band again. So we could see a mirror setup, but I doubt it because it just went so poorly for Kolbas.
We might see We Hurt try to bring the same setup, but I doubt that Kolbas and Side will bring the same setup.
Yeah.
Well, if there is a team that brings the same setup over and over and over again, and then adjusts stuff behind the scenes so it looks exactly the same, but it's actually entirely different.
It might be the same ships, but every module is different.
Yep.
Literally every module is different.
So here's the thing.
I don't know how they would win with that, though. Like, I don't see an opportunity, but they're very good at seeing those opportunities.
Yes, they are crazy people.
Could it be that they just banned the same thing, hoping that they lured We Hurt into like a false sense of security with that setup, and hope that they bring it again, but now have something crazy from left field to just run in with and steamroll? Like,
no,
I'm very surprised by this double ban. At first, I really was suspecting that our tool was broken.
Yes.
When I saw it again, but we would have been told about that if that was the case. I'm amazed that they went with the same bands. That was not what I would have predicted.
So in this case, it would have been Kolbas and Side making the
first band.
The first band and the second band. I'm convinced that Kolbas and Side is going to bring exactly the same thing, but it will be entirely different.
Maybe they're just going to bait tank the Algos this time.
I mean, they could. They're absolutely crazy like that. They will pull out something unexpected at any chance they get. So, I mean, as much as we're talking, like if we use the train analogy here, and We Heard it's on massive momentum, they kind of slowed down, went through kind of a little bit of a sludge or whatever that was Kolbas and Side in the last match. Slowed them down. It was a slow match, not really much happening. But as soon as they're out that, they're back full rolling, full steam. Now, Kolbas and Side is the kind of team that would kind of jump up ahead a little bit and just like remove one of the spokes. Like they wouldn't just try and put a blockade. They would just do something sneaky, like just removing bolts from your wheels or something.
Here's the thing: is like when you see in that last match between Warlords and Warlords of the Deep and Thingy, like you were like, oh, if they kill the Scimitar, they'll be really far ahead, right?
Yeah.
When you watch a Kolbas thing, it's like We Hurt needs to force the Legion to online a plate and offline a repper, and then give it enough time so that he can't offline his plate and then online another repper again, and then after that the bait tank on the like we have no idea what happens.
Although We Heard actually, if that's the case, like if that's actually what happened, which seems likely, then We Heard reacted perfectly to it.
Yeah.
Yes, true.
Because they saw it and then they switched. Like they saw, and that's amazing for a first-time tournament.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, maybe this is some kind of underground tactic that's commonly used in like the darkest depth of space that we just don't know about.
Pandemic Legion just leaked everything about Hun's team to every team in the tournament.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't know everything about Hun's team. If they did,
nobody
they
knows.
Be dead.
Nobody knows everything about Hun's team. It's just they probably have a safe with plans just in the back of like they don't have anything in digital form. They just write it all in on letters.
In this mysterious language of Hungarian that no one else understands. Yeah. But yeah, they are a very, very difficult team to kind of figure out what's going to be happening with them. And this repeat bands surprised me so much. So if I was
really
We Heard,
surprised by repeat setups.
I would have no idea what's like. I would be very nervous.
If I was either of those team
I'd probably
captains,
bring the same setup actually as We Heard.
I would probably put.
So actually, that might be
Dominic's
it.
fan.
So like if you're the Kolbas guys, you do that, expecting that We Hurt then goes into the same setup because they know that they can beat the same thing brought before, and then you bring some kind of counter to that setup.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
But using exactly the same chips.
Potentially.
But I think
more Omnis to kill the Inquisitors.
So like maybe
I don't know. I think it would help.
Maybe this is also a case.
They actually just come in at 0 and then drop guards.
See, this is
now I'm really curious because, like, maybe We Heard go like, whoa, they're trying to lure us into bringing the same setup here. So
no,
and maybe
you can't
at the same time,
Kolbas. You can't play this game.
I know, but maybe they're not.
Lots of people have tried to play this game against Kolbas,
and they all lose
because they're not in the tournament anymore.
Yes. This is playing tricks on our minds, so I can only imagine how it is on comms with the We Heard guys right now. Like, Kolbas are probably sitting, eating their Kolbas sausage, just laughing.
Yeah.
Just being like, ha, ha, ha.
You know,
ha,
if you're anyway,
Wait, is there Kolbas sausage?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kolbas
Kolbas is this type of sausage.
Okay.
It's a Hungarian
We
sausage.
did the research to figure that out.
Okay.
The mysterious tool known as Google told me.
Why was I not told?
The cool thing is, if you want to know what it sounds like on We Hear It's comms, you can.
Yes.
Because they're streaming right now.
I think they mute their
Okay.
comms before for the match. So the way they do this all their streams is that they mute their comms and they have a little box, their
Good lip
logo,
reader.
this one here, that is over their modules. So you can't see what modules they fit in. So you know their ships, but you don't know their modules, and you can't hear their comms until 10 seconds before the match. So you can see once they're on field, you can see their modules, but once they're then 10 seconds before the match, they do turn on comms. So
Okay.
I mean, like, I don't know. This is
I don't know. I mean, I do think We Heard has won me over. The thing is, I'm probably going to get off the train if they fight Warlords, though. But I'm on the train for now.
wow.
I know, I'm fickle.
I believe if they can get through Cold Blast Inside, I believe that they can take on the world.
Kolbas. So Kolbas Inside is good. Warlords of the Deep is insane.
Do you know what? Here's what I'm going to predict. I'm going to go fully on the train. They're going to beat Kolbas. They're going to lose to Hydra, and they're going to come back to the losers bracket and win.
You've just made them your imaginary Pandemic Legion now, haven't you?
Well, it's the most epic thing you could do, right? Like, imagine that this is like a Disney sports movie.
Yeah.
That's what would happen.
No, if it was a Disney sports movie, one of the people on the We Heard team would be a dog.
Well, yes. But we don't know that that's not the case. They could be faking the webcams.
There's
We actually have no rules against that.
There's a golden retriever behind one of those computer
Unlike
screens.
all of the sports that actually are used in those movies, we don't actually have a rule against that.
Yes.
So, Disney, if you want to make another movie about a sports dog, EVE Online, obviously the best choice.
Space Bud.
Yes.
Space Bud. I like that.
That would be a great name for either that movie or some kind of marijuana variant. A great breed.
There's
Grown on the International Space Station.
There is someone in Colorado that runs a medicinal marijuana
I'm
shop
sure
now
that already
writing
is
that
the
label.
name. I'm sure
Space
that that's
Bud.
already
That's
taken.
happening.
I'm positive that would be taken.
Yeah, but so I've just been told there is a couple of minutes delay on this match. So
Someone had too much Space Bud.
So we'll continue to talk here. I'm actually going to jump over to Twitter. I'm going to see if there are any new comments.
Without looking at Twitter, I'm going to make the prediction. There's a lot of very excited We Heard fans on Twitter right now.
Ooh, let's see if you're correct. So if I load this. So CCP Manfest tweets, if I go to FanFest, will I be able to see CCP Bro in person and have him tip his conductor hat to me?
If We Heard wins the tournament, he has to wear this permanently. I'm going to stitch it to his head.
If at FanFest, I'm actually going to give this hat away to somebody. In priority, like if there's anyone from the We Heard team that comes, they're going to get the hat. But if there's nobody, then it'll just be random. So
also lice.
No, I don't have lice.
I think it's praise for that, though.
Yeah, I might actually put it up for this silent auction. But I really don't want people to spend any type of money for this hat.
It's for charity, though.
It is, but it's still like it's something that I did in like an hour. I kind of just.
You'd feel bad with it being like beside one of CCP Karkur's knitted things,
Yes.
and it's like she spent all of that time on it.
And she did it
to be
well.
fair,
And it's like
it would get higher. Hers would get higher bids.
Yes,
so
definitely.
you can feel good about that at least.
So CCP's lapdog tweets, I would prefer to be watching the NEO2, but I have work to do instead. Who does work? Like, who doesn't just watch the NEO?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know, man.
You know what you should do? Get a job where you get to work while commentating on the NEO.
Yep.
Yes.
Everyone should do that. I highly recommend that to everybody.
Yeah, you know what? Just in preparation, if you want to be a commentator like one of us, when we traditionally bring out player commentators for the Alliance tournament in the summer, it's a great time to visit Iceland. And also, some people have theorized the CCP's recruitment program. If you're,
I don't know why they would think that.
Yeah,
I see no evidence of that on your screens right now. That's crazy.
No. So Rushlock tweets here that Sao, which is Sao Amadeus, which is one of the members of the We Heard team, I believe, does have a kitten on his shoulder. So
there you go.
That is actually, he is, that kitten is controlling him
Yes.
through like a
like
control
Ratatouille.
port in the back of his head. It's just like with his paws. So that confirmed one of the players on We Hurt is a kitten.
Yep.
But the match is ready. Guys,
So if you cheer now, Dolan, are you going to vote against the kitten?
Of
Wow.
course, I'm a dog person.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I'm actually allergic to cats, but it's fine.
So,
That's a deadly train for you, my friend.
let's go. Predictions.
I'm going to switch my vote over to We Hurt. I'm on the train.
That train's train's not reaching its destination. I think that the unstoppable craziness of Kolbaz inside is going to take this one.
Well, I'm going to follow my heart once again, and I'm going to vote for We Hurt for this one. Now, I think this might go 3 games, but I think We Hurt is going to take the set overall.